AfroPoP is a series on public television that highlights documentaries from all around the world, highlighting the African diaspora, African Americans, and their struggles, their victories, their lives.
One of the things I really love about producing this series is working with such a diverse crew. We really have people of all ages, all races on sets, and it's something that you really don't see. And most of the people in sort of positions of power on the sets are people of color and women. There are a lot of great films this year. War Nandan is kind of a gripping thriller documentary that I think viewers are going to like a lot and feels very different than the kinds of films that AfroPoP has shown in the past.
We have two great sports films which are really fun. The first being Do It in the Park by Babito Garcia and Kevin Coolio, which looks at street ball. We talk about AfroPoP, the series, and going globally in terms of the African diaspora, but I also love, and I can't help it, being a New Yorker when the films come back to New York City. And as far as street ball and such, I'm not a sports person, but I learned a lot about the culture that surrounded me like all my life.
One documentary is about the Little League team from Curacao, who has been to the Little League World Series, I think 8 times, maybe even 9 at this point. And this is a tiny country with 140,000 people. It's like the size of Rhode Island.
Upaj Improvise is a very fun film that really embodies the theme of the series in terms of being cultural exchange. Two people from different cultures literally improvising both sort of artistically and, going to each other's homelands and performing together.
Laka Beach was a really good film. I think the filmmaker really captured the land and its people. I mean, I felt like I was watching a Polaroid develop over an hour and a half.
And then we have another film which is called The Deported, which is another great social issue film that looks at Haitian natives, nationals, who are returned back to their country after being incarcerated.
Almost all the documentaries, you have people from different cultures, different countries coming together and creating something new.
This season, our host is Anthony Mackie, and he is just a really great guy. He's got really great energy. He understands the importance of cultural exchange, and he loves PBS, and he's been just a joy to work with.
You ever watch Sesame Street? You didn't grow up watching Sesame Street? You don't know who Elmo is? Sunny days every day.
I'm like, right. So this year's set is done by an artist, Hollis King. These images all reflect each of the different films. So if you look closely, every time you'll see Anthony doing an intro, you'll see different pieces of the set, and then the more films that you see, the more you'll understand how that image refers back to a particular film.
We're inviting our audiences in on this trip. It's cultural exchange. We want them to be able to sit down, relax, and take in all these different worlds, all these different experiences, these different cultures, inviting people to cross over cultural boundaries, traditions.
To me, cultural exchange is really wealth, because I think all of our cultures individually are so rich that when we put them together, just like when you combine riches, you get even more riches, you get wealth. This exchange is only allowing us to grow richer as a global culture and in our own individual cultures, to be educated, to embrace and to experience and to exchange the things that we love about ourselves and the things that we love about each other.